Hi everyone. It didn't start yet. So hi everyone. Our topic for today is about Filipinos are Filipinas, like how do Filipinos okay, are Filipinas stalkers? Do they stalk you? Well, I think a lot of women do that. um kind of we do. Mm, So there's this one subscriber. He asked me like his Filipina girlfriend is asking whatever he's doing all the time, and then even wanted to ask for like a location. And then when he was in the Philippines, she wanted to download like a GPS tracker or something like that. Is that considered like stalking or like spying or watching? And what do I think about it? Well, first of all, it's up to you guys if you would accept that kind of agreement. So I am not here to judge. I know some Filipinos who do that as well. But usually they do that because they don't trust each other, right? So I have no judgment against it. So, but how do the thing about Filipinos is that we can find you. We're good at searching, browsing all of your friends list, checking the pictures, checking who liked your profile, checking what time you called me, what time you didn't call me, what time would you call me, and then why aren't you calling me right now, and so on. And at the same time, we're also gonna check like who did you go with, we're gonna interrogate you, and so on. Now, what do I think about that in general? Well, honestly, it depends on the couple. Some couples, they tend to be an open book with their partner, so that's quite okay. But some couples, they don't like it. So I think that's the downside. And how can you handle this? Well, first of all, the best thing that you could do is to tell her up front to trust you, and make a clear point that you will not cheat on her. And if you will, still don't. Don't get caught. No, but it's none of my business. But the point is, instead of cheating, just be honest. And then another one, it's also nice to set expectations. Like, most of us Filipinos, we don't really mind if you tell us what you're doing, but sometimes we still mind. This is where we go back. If you're gonna go to my video wherein I was saying what do we expect from foreigners, especially Caucasians, is that, especially for long distance relationship, it's gonna be a bit challenging because you don't know what the other person is doing, right? So I think that's quite bad, and it's sad too. So what can I say about it? Well, first of all, it's really challenging, number one. Number two, the best thing that you could do is just tell her up front that, just tell her, hey, I'm gonna have dinner and then we might finish it around this time. So they might want to send a message after that, and then they would wait for it. Believe me, we would wait for it. And then if ever, if you think you're gonna be late, just one message like, hey, blah blah blah, that's okay for us. Now you might say, oh, Mira, this is like paranoia. Well, guys, you have to understand that this is, with all of the media that's surrounding us, and people who are cheating, perhaps that are in front of us, sometimes we lose, trust. So this is how you could keep that trust intact. And finally, I think one of the things that I usually advise is to give her some time alone as well. Now, I'm not talking like leaving her alone in the bedroom or something. What I'm talking about is you should set some time for her to rethink about what she's doing, and to have a hobby so that she won't be too focused on you. That's why I understand like a lot of men, when they get a Filipino girlfriend, and then they would tell her to stop working, and then they would suddenly get annoyed that the Filipina girl is always too busy. Well, guys, the Filipina girl is always too available, or sending too much message, because you gave us time. And time makes us think. And when you think too much, we would bother the person who we think could understand us. That's why it's really, what do you call that? it's really important, or yeah, it's really important for you to understand that we might get used to it. And when we do, and then suddenly it's gone, we're gonna doubt, like, hey, do you have someone else, and so on and so forth. Now, that's what you want to avoid. That's why basically we are not spying or watching everyone, but it's something like that. So that's the best advice that I could give, and I hope your relationship would work and you could be happy.